Unpack Radio. I'm your host, Norris Pope Johnson. And I got with me my right-hand man, my big brother, Donald Jones.
How's it going?
He's a gym owner, fitness addict. This dude been in the game for a long, long time. Matter of fact, he been in the game so long, and he remembers when I couldn't even bench barely 225. Mm-hmm. I remember those days when I was a weak man. But now I'm here, baby.
Back in the day.
Here with the big dogs. My man, Donald. How are you doing first and foremost?
Everything's fantastic. I'm healthy. I'm doing well. Healthy and doing well, baby.
That's all we can ask for. My first question is, because you never have been out of shape, but what got you into your fitness journey?
Well, I wouldn't say that I've never really been out of shape, because even lately I haven't really been working out as much as I usually do or am accustomed to. But what initially got me into fitness, my father, he put me in T-ball when I was probably about 5 or 6 years old. Then when I was maybe around 10, 11 years old, he put me into wrestling, and I wrestled for about 6 years. And I was second in the county. Then we went to different states and traveled and whatever. We were a traveling team, so I was pretty good at wrestling. And then I played basketball, played football, ran track, indoor and outdoor track. And then also I took weight training in high school. So I've played any sport you could think of. I've done it. I've been athletic basically my whole life, like I said. But mainly what really kept me in it was the ladies. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta look good out here for the ladies. You know, I would say when I was probably in college, that's when when I was probably around maybe 20, probably right out of college, probably 22, 23, we used to. Okay, so I'm going a little deep into this. Let's go deep into the story. So me and my homeboys, we used to go down to like Florida for like a Black College weekend. I don't know if y'all remember that. Like Spring Bling, MTV used to do this thing where they had all the stars and celebrities and musicians, whatever, come down. So me and my homeboys, we used to participate in that. And you're on the beach, so you gotta flex. You gotta look right. So that's what kept me consistent with it. Was around that time frame. And then up until probably about, I've owned the gym for about 5 years now. So right around late 20s is when I opened up the gym. And, it's just a habit that's that I consistently do. And I love it, you know.
All right, first question, follow-up question. At what weight class did you wrestle at? Back in the good day.
That's so long ago, man. I really can't remember. I got trophies and stuff that can attest to that. But I want to say I was probably like this was so long ago. I got video too. Back in the VHS days, Pops was in the stands with the VHS recording me. I used to cry when I lost and everything. It was crazy. I mean, I took it seriously. It was kids that was more experienced than our team was. But then we kind of built up a little steam and got a little bit better. And like I said, I ended up being second in the county. So, I did all right. It was this one boy, though. I could never beat this dude. I probably wrestled him probably 5 times. He beat me every time. And I used to get so mad, this little boy. But, I can't remember the weight class. Not exactly.
Okay, so you're saying there's somebody out there who gave you an ass whooping there.
Man, I'm trying to tell you this boy. Hey, look, I think we went to like Delaware one summer, and I'm thinking I'm good. I'm like, yeah, we're in a different state. The dude who always beats me in here, and then getting warmed up. I look across the thing, him and his whole team walking through the door. I'm like, oh my god, this dude is here. So he ended up beating me there too. But it was one dude that I couldn't get over the hump.
All right, do you think it was all mental, or was he just that better than you?
Their team, their coaches taught them like college moves and moves that that my coaches we were on like a kid level. You know what I mean? Our coaches were just teaching us the basics and stuff that stuff that you needed to know as a kid. But their coaches was on like some college Division I type, all that extra stuff. So he's doing secret moves that I ain't never even seen. He flipped me. I mean, yeah, that's what it was. They just had more experience and they were more technical, and that just comes off of coaching, and that's why they was number one.
I would love to see the dude that gave Donald Jones an ass.
It's video of it. It's video of it. He used to throw me around. Yeah.
I would love to see that dude. I would love to meet that dude. Be like, man, how did you manage to accomplish a feat in that many people? Hey, bro, we worked together in the past. I seen your handiwork. I remember one time you picked a grown man off the floor, slammed him to the ground, and hit him with, "I'm trying to help you." So at this point, I just want to know who gave you that ass whooping, bro. And then how did that emotionally damage you for the rest of your life, man? Do you still picture that dude in your mind, like? Do you wake up in cold sweats like, man?
I remember him. Like I said, the main reason why I remember him is because he took me. He would always bump me out that first space. I was trying to get to the top of the damn platform. I was always right below him, and I'm always looking up at him. So that's the main reason why I remember him. But yeah, he used to beat me. I don't even know his name. I mean, if I knew his name, I'd probably look him up. He wouldn't beat me now.
He said you ought to take him to the mat.
He probably ain't even in my weight class now. Yeah, but he wouldn't beat me now.
All right, my next question, bro, because we go back a long way. I remember when you was first on the build up to the gym, and we used to talk all the time. And then the game that we work in, a lot of people like to do a lot of talking, but they don't do no follow up. So explain a follow-up, but take a moment to really think about it, because we're going to take a short break and be right back. Hey, DC, we're ready for you.
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing amazing. How you feeling?
That's good. Hey, welcome back to Unpack Radio. I'm your host, Norris Pope Johnson. I got with me DC Baddest.
Hey, I'm in the building.
And I got with me my right-hand man, my big brother. I've been knowing this guy for a long time. I got to see the build-up of the greatness. My right-hand man, Donald Jones.
All right.
In the building.
All right, now we was talking about back in the day when you was telling me you was going to build up your own gym and you was going to grow your dreads to the floor, and everything you had said has came true. So what was it like to build up your gym, and tell us all about the struggles?
Yeah, so the struggles is real serious. But once again, probably when I was later years in college, I would say mid-20s. No, actually probably before then, probably early 20s. I used to go to the gym, and some of my friends would come to the gym with me, and I basically would lead the workouts, and I didn't realize at the time, but basically at that moment I was actually training people. But I just thought of it as like they were training partners, and we would work out together. So it didn't really click that I was actually training people. So then like mid 20s to late 20s is when I actually when people would ask me, hey, do you got any extra time? Would you mind training me? And then at that time, I've always worked a crazy schedule. I never really had time to do much of anything, but I make time for people. So long story short, took a couple people, would train them on the side or whatever. Nothing real serious, but I think I was even charging like $20 a client or whatever, or an hour. I just was doing it more so to help out people. But yeah, so then I decided it came time, a point in my life where I needed to figure out what I wanted to do for a living. And, for the rest of my life type thing. And what I enjoyed doing on an everyday basis was working out and exercising. So I said to myself, I just might as well make it into a business. Let me open up a gym. If I open up a gym, I'll have members at the gym. Therefore, they will pay for the rent and, all the necessities. And then also on the side, I'll train people. And then also I'll have trainers that I can rent the gym out to as well. So that's basically what I do now. I have the gym. Right now I have a 16-week workout program that I'm running. We got about 133 new clients with that. So, we're doing that Monday through Thursday. We've been doing it for about 3 weeks now. In 2 weeks, I have one guy, he's lost 14 pounds. He's the most weight loss in 2 weeks. Majority of people are losing about 4 to 6 pounds. Most people that listen and that follow a decent diet, it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, but it has to be a decent diet. If you do your cardio, most people lose in between 2 to 3 pounds per week. That's average. Some people lose more. Typically, more men lose more. If you weigh more, you're going to lose more. But it's consistency, and it takes time, and you got to stick with it. So, also with the struggles, man, I saved up money to open up the gym to get it started. I thought I had enough saved up. And then when I go to the table, I got the location. I go to the table. Landlord says, "Hey, we need 3 months rent up front." I said, "You crazy?" I said, I said, "That's the money I have for the backup." I said, I got to dig in the stash now. Right. And so that's when I had to make an adult decision. And okay, so let's talk numbers too. So at that time, the gym rent was $4,200 a month. Jeez. Okay, so he needed $12,000 the next day. So and I had, like I said, I'm digging into the money that I had as just in case type of stuff. So and I knew that's something that I wanted to do. So I knew, I had came this far. So I could have very easily been like, nah, I'm cool. I don't got that. I ain't gonna make that happen. But I kept going. I said, let's do it. Signed the paper, and I've been in there for 5 years now. The rent goes up every year. Even with COVID, I had to shut down for I think about 3 months. So once again, the rent currently is $4,600 a month. So I paid $12,000 with my gym being closed, not making a dime. And once again, that's not with having clients, not charging people for the memberships and not training clients. So wow. I've lost a lot of money with COVID. But once again, I'm still here. The gym is still open and still functioning. That's because that's just the type of mentality that I have. I don't know if that answers your question completely, but there you go. Those are the struggles, and so
now, yeah. I mean, knowing because I know you personally, I've seen you work 2-3 jobs, literally go back to back to back, sometimes 16 hours a day. Can you explain the struggles of really having that type of work ethic for your goals?
I would say it for me personally, it's not difficult. For the outside world or somebody that doesn't have that type of mindset, they look at me like I'm crazy. They look at me like it's impossible. But I've been working 2 jobs. I've been working 3 jobs for a long time. Me and you, we've owned a business. So at that time, I've had the business me and you had. I've had the gym, and I had 2 jobs as well. So I was doing 4 different things. I did that for years. So I've been doing this thing for a long time. So to me, it's not even a big deal. It doesn't even, I don't even think about it. I wake up, I work 7 days a week. I train people 7 days a week. I work the 9 to 5, 7 days a week. And it's just something that I do. It's just part of my life. It's crazy. But to me, it's not crazy. To me, it's normal.
DC?
So do you have an entourage that is assisting you? Do you have an assistant? How does it get done when you're not there, when you're not present?
So at one point in time, I had 2 people working for me. Currently, I had since we started the 16-week program, I had to get a trainer for the morning sessions. But if it wasn't for those morning sessions, I do all the training. I do, like I said, I get up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm at my day job at 5:30. I get off there at 1:30, and then my sessions start at 3:30. And then I'm working from 3:30. Yesterday was Thursday. I worked until about 10:30 at night. And then it gets, I'm waking up back in the morning again. So to answer the question, currently it's just me and then one other guy. Like I said, he does the morning sessions. He does Wednesdays and Fridays for me. So, yeah, it's just me. There's no assistant. I do all that, all the paperwork and everything.
So you really are self-made. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
My next question to you is the 16-week program. Tell me about that. What exactly are your expectations? Is it just weight loss? Is it strengthening? Because is it all? Like, what is your categories, or is it a category? It's just like a boot camp.
So if you were looking at it and watching, you would think it was a boot camp. But we like to. It's more group sessions. Boot camp sounds harsh, so when some people hear boot camp, they think craziness and you know, barking like you know, like a drill sergeant, which I do, but it's more with love. So the 16-week program, there's no. I don't really have expectations. The people that sign up, their expectations is what I try to reach and try to help them attain their goal. We give them a meal plan. So we give them a meal plan that they need to follow. Also, they need to see me or join the group session at least twice a week. And then I also tell them that they need to do at least 1 day of cardio. So that's 3 days minimum a week that they need to be working out. Like I said, 2 days are more intense with me and with the group. And then 1 day, like I said, is more like a cardio, like either a treadmill, elliptical. We have a Stairmaster at the gym. I have a stationary bike. So I tell them to do cardio one other day. Now, if I tell somebody to do 3 days minimum, there's 7 days in a week. Okay, the guy that lost 14 pounds, he's in the gym 5 to 6 days. Okay, I tell people what they should do. People are going to do what they want to do.
Right.
So people are the ones with the goals, but telling grown people what to do and how to maneuver, especially when they're accustomed to doing one thing, is very difficult. Right. So, yes, as far as the expectations, my expectation for most people is if you follow the program and do what you're supposed to be doing, you will lose in between 2 and 4 pounds every single week consistently, because everything gets adjusted. The amount of cardio gets adjusted, your meals get adjusted, the amount of calories that you're intaking gets adjusted, but you got to stick to the plan. You got to be consistent and motivated. A lot of people fall off within the first couple weeks, right, because they just lose the motivation.
So what do you suggest for strengthening and building muscle?
Okay. Strengthening and building muscle. So if you're trying to build muscle, the main thing you need to do is, if you're trying to lose weight or build muscle, either one, doesn't matter. Your diet and what you put inside your body is the most important thing. So protein, it builds muscle. Okay, so most people's level of protein or amount of protein that they consume in a day is not high enough to build muscle. So you have to assess where you're at as far as your daily intake of protein. And then you have to do muscle building exercises, which are usually going to be weights. So you're going to have to, most people have target areas that they want to try to hit, but you have to get into the gym and you have to move some weight. Moving weight that's resistance training. So what's going to happen is you're going to tear the muscle down, okay? And then when you put protein inside of your body with the meals or the food that you eat, that's going to repair the muscles that you've torn down in the gym, and then that's how muscle is built. Okay, so it's the protein that you intake, and then also the resistance training that you're doing.
Okay. So I asked that question for myself. Mm-hmm. As you know, I'm trying to build muscle because I lost weight due to illness, diabetes. Okay. And I don't have any muscle anymore. So it's just like, and I'm just, I need to get back. Okay. You know what I mean?
Did I answer
so that's
your
why I was asking. Yeah, you did. I just need to know. So I do a lot of protein shakes, like milk muscle. I think that's what it's called. I do like those during the week and sometimes boosts. I got you. For protein. I don't eat a whole lot of meats. I eat chicken, fish, So I don't really have a diet plan, and I only eat when I'm hungry. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing either.
If you're trying to build muscle, that's not necessarily a good thing. If you're trying to build muscle, if that's your goal, then you need to be more strict on what you're eating and have a something laid out for you, or come up with something. There's several ways of coming up with things, but if you're doing the muscle milk, let me ask you this: do you know how much protein is in this muscle milk that you're drinking?
I think it's 15
grams of protein. Okay, yeah. So and you're just drinking one of those a day, and then you don't eat much meat. You said you.
I don't. I do a lot of soup and
soup. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're just not intaking enough protein. Right. There's beans. You can eat beans. Okay. If you're not really a big eater of meat. Peanut butter, I put peanut butter in my oatmeal. That's a healthy fat. It also has protein with the nuts. But yes, like you said, fish is good. Shrimps are good. There's other sources, and then there's whey powder. There's different types of powders that you can get from the gym, and then the muscle milks that you drink or the Premiers. It's the same thing. Yeah. It comes in a container. You just shake it up, or whatever. Right. Yeah. Those are good. Those are good. Okay. They have ones that I think have 25, maybe 30 grams of protein. So you might need to step it up with the amount of protein. Or no, you need to step it up. Not might.
Right.
You need to step it up with the amount of protein that you're intaking.
All right.
Yeah.
So with the protein and what type of exercise? So I'm really, really weak. Like I literally can't walk up the steps.
Okay.
Without, having a problem.
I got
So
you.
where do you start? Like what a new beginner, where do they start if they want to get the strengthening back in their legs or their arms?
Okay.
Where do you start
Total
with the
body?
weights?
Total body?
Yes.
Okay. So I would start with dumbbells and just use a fairly manageable weight. Just looking at you can, it depends on what exercise we're talking about. So let's say we're doing legs. So for legs, I would recommend you maybe go to the Smith machine. You familiar with the Smith machine?
No.
Okay. It's the one where the big bar is connected and it goes up and down. You familiar with that one? Okay.
Yeah.
So you would add weight to that. So for legs, squats is a good total body movement or total leg movement. So you can do the squats on the Smith machine, or you can do a leg press. So go to one of the machines that you'll be laying down and then pressing your legs this way,
Right.
and just add weight to that. So that's good for legs. That's like a generic answer, but you have. If you were to do a leg day, you would have probably 5 to 6 different exercises. I'm just giving you 1 or 2,
Okay.
to kind of make it shorter. 1 or 2 good ones, you know what I mean? If you're trying to build like your arms, you'll just do like a curl. So take like I said, the dumbbells. That way it's unilateral. So you got 1 in each hand. And you, like I said, looking at you can handle at least 10 to 15 pounds.
Right.
And then progressively, as the weeks go by, you will increase that it will get too light for you.
Right.
So because it's getting too light, that means that you're ready to step it up. Right. So that 10 to 15 will eventually be 20 pounds. And then that's how the muscle you'll start to see, you start to look in the mirror and saying that as you're eating the protein,
Right.
You'll see your everything starting to grow. For shoulders, just a regular press, shoulder press. For chest, you can do like a fly. They have the pec deck machines. You can do cables. You can lay on the bench and do like a fly with the dumbbells. Back, you could do the lat pull down. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, those are just generic answers, but there's tons of different things you can do.
I'm definitely got to get started somewhere. I really do need the help. And for people who are watching that don't know how to deal with me personally, the Charlie horses. I don't know if I'm not stretching enough, or if I'm stretching too much, or if I'm really pulling a muscle. But those Charlie horses hit you in the middle of the night after I start working out. So it's like the first week is the worst week because I'm always sore, right?
Yes, that's
so
natural.
Yeah, you got to keep pushing. So how often should you stretch in between the workouts? Because of the Charlie horses and because of, it seems like it's just, your legs just tighten up, muscles just tighten up.
Yep. So, that's from person to person as far as stretching and stuff. With most of my clients and most of the people who I work with, we do like an active warm-up. So it's not even really much stretching. But we do incorporate stretching, obviously, because you want to elongate the muscle prior to putting it under tension. So, warm it up also, you know what I mean? So that's important as well. But also like water intake. I don't know how much water you're drinking a day.
That's all I drink is water.
You drink a lot of water? Okay. Electrolytes is also important. So, like the Gatorades with lower sugar, those are good. Lemons are good. Lemons are good. And then, like you said, stretching and then just the water intake. And even that is natural, though. Your muscles are going to be sore and they're going to be tight after a workout. I mean, it's natural. Everyone does. But like you said, the first week.
Yes. It's
first
awful.
Week or two, everyone deals with it.
Okay.
This is because your muscles, you're shocking your muscles. Your muscles are not used to you putting it through the pounding of exercising.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Y'all want to hear a funny story?
I'm listening.
Of course.
This is a funny story. I was on Facebook, living my life. A male exotic dancer I know personally inboxes me and say you should take one of my free sessions.
Wow.
I was like, why would I want to do that? He says I can get you shredded.
What is
I was
that?
like,
shredded?
yeah, that's
a
Slang
term.
word, yeah.
I mean, he could cut me up like a diamond, pretty much.
Okay, all right.
He had me looking like the Incredible Hulk.
You look like the Incredible Hulk.
I immediately said you're full of shit. And if I wanted to get shredded, you had to be responsible for what I'm consuming. I mean, you're not gonna come to my house and stop me from consuming. Your online session is not going to do nothing for me unless you're going to be accountable or hold me accountable for what I'm consuming. So, Donald, you the expert. What do you think about that type of approach? Because I was just like, you full of shit. You cannot get me shredded off an online session unless you're going to hold me accountable for my intake.
I think you can. I think you can. You
Now
don't think so? You can get shredded by just following directions?
No.
Is that no?
Not unless you're going to hold me responsible for what I'm putting in my mouth.
I guess.
You said you ain't say nothing about accountability. You ain't say nothing about personal responsibility. You didn't say nothing about what's my diet. You didn't ask me about my diet.
Okay.
All you want me to do is take your little free little online seminar so you can put my picture on your Facebook and say, I train Norris. Fucking bullshit, sir. If you want to know who got me here to my level of greatness, it's guys like Donald, it's guys like my fitness mentor, Carl, who's 65 years old and still going. It's Coach Dirk. You got Kevin. You got Steve Shaw. You got a lot of great ones out there. So to my dude who's a male exotic dancer, you're full of shit. But Donald, you're here. You're the expert. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, so what happened?
Lady, what you gonna do with him?
Hey, I didn't say his name, AKA. I didn't say his name. No names.
So real quick, I'll try to answer this real quick to the best I can. I had a conversation with somebody earlier today, and she was saying that she's known me for a long time, and I've given her workout advice before, and she says, "Hey, why on Instagram? You don't show your body off more, and you'll get more clients that way, and yada yada yada." So this exotic dancer, I'm sure he has pictures of himself, and he looks good, he looks in shape, So I had to explain to her that. That's one way of attracting a certain type of people or a certain type of clientele. I'm more of a concealed and wrapped up type of person. Reason being is majority of my clientele is women. Women can be intimidated by a guy with flexing his pecs and muscles and biceps all over the place. Because they think he's going to hit on them, they think that he's not going to take it seriously, and then also if they have a boyfriend or a husband, he's not going to want them to partake. They're going to say, "Let me see his picture. What do he look? Oh, he got his shirt off in every picture. Oh, hell no." So it's a way of marketing. The way that this guy approached you, like I said, once again, he probably looks good, so he probably sends it to you and maybe 10 or 20 other people and say, "Hey, do you want to get shredded?" Shredded is a code word that you and I know. Like she didn't even know what shredded means.
I did not.
But anybody that's halfway into fitness or halfway into this certain lifestyle, they know what shredded means. And shredded is like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get shredded. I'm trying to get ripped up. So he knew what trigger words to use, and like I say, he probably looked a certain way. It's not really, I wouldn't say it's really a gimmick because he probably can get people in shape. And like she was maybe trying to say, and like you're saying. It's all on the individual. It's all on you.
Exactly.
He can tell you what to do and what you should not do, and it's up to you whether or not you do it. Now, because he's doing online training, he can give you 80% of it. You got to do the other 20%. You got to follow through what that man's telling you to do. Like you said, you have to manage what you're eating. You have to do whatever cardio he assigns you. And there's ways of doing that. There's different apps that you can use. There's different programs on that you can use on the computer to make sure people are accountable. Where they check in, you take their progress pictures, you take their measurements, you take their weight. It's different ways of trying to do that. Body fat, is my scales, you can track people's body fat percentage.
That BMI is wrong.
You think so?
I do. I never think it's accurate because they'll say you're overweight. What is the it's like a number chart.
Technically, two people in this room, me and Donald, are actually for our height. We're overweight. We suffer from obesity.
We are, yeah.
From muscle mass.
Yeah, when it comes to the chart.
So that's not a bad thing.
It could be.
It depends on who you talk. Yeah.
After a while, it gets heavy on your heart.
What is a standard?
The muscles do.
Yeah, it's a lot to carry this responsibility, my love.
But yeah, so the answer to the question is, I wouldn't say he's full of shit. Is basically what I'm saying. I don't think that he's full of shit. I think that the way he approached you is something that you felt as though he was full of shit because he didn't give you enough information. He just kind of kept it short and was like, "Hey, you trying to get straight?"
You want my real answer?
What's your real answer?
You my dude. My real answer was I was going to respond And I've removed myself from the situation because my real answer was, I dare you come up in Gold's gym and outlift me. I will fucking whoop your ass on this bench. Right. No one I'm the top 7 dude in this gym. No one can see me.
That's and I will. Ego.
That was male. The male ego was like, male ego. Do you know who the fuck I am? My name is Norris Johnson Jr. I will kill you in here.
Oh my gosh, the energy. Yes, woosah, please.
So you.
I had a good pump today.
So just by saying that is you weren't listening to anything that man was saying. He could have told you anything. You just weren't hearing it because you are on a certain level and you feel as though he can't get you any better than what you already are. Or what, you know you can outlift him is what you're saying.
Unless you can outlift me or you can impress me with something great. I was just like, you need more people. Like Jay-Z was saying, we don't believe you. You need more people.
But once again, that doesn't mean that the man's full of shit. You realize that, right?
He could not be full of shit. But at the end of the day, my job is not to be a male exotic dancer either. So,
but he said get you shirty. He said get you shirty.
If that was my job, I would walk around shredded.
He said get you shirty. He didn't say I can have you out here shaking your cheeks.
Exactly.
He didn't say that. He said I can get you shredded. So I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you took that all the way to the left.
Hey, my mind works horrible, and my mind works horrible. My mind go to dark.
You just
dark
got real
places.
hype. You started transforming right in front of us.
See, I know, and I mean, God, I'm gonna pray after this. We're gonna pray. But speaking of prayer, somebody needs some prayer. We have a letter, and we have an expert here who's going to help us respond to this letter.
Really, okay? We got a letter.
We got 2 letters.
Really, we have a letter. Yeah, what's
yes, we got 2 letters.
Well, where are they?
The first letter is. This is from one of my homegirls. She's having a situationship. Her situationship is, she wrote me on Facebook and she's having some relationship problems. So this is for all to respond and help out. She has a boyfriend she been dating, about to marry. They've been together for 3 to 4 months. Unfortunately, she's about to marry the dude. She felt like she found a winner.
We wrong already.
She ready to lock it down. She ready to lock it down. But unfortunately,
you put up a picture of a married couple.
Unfortunately, the dude cannot perform. So when it's time to perform in the bedroom, either he doesn't get it up and give her some type of excuse. Or when he does manage to get it up, it only lasts 10 seconds. And then after that, he rolls over and goes to sleep. And she's starting to get sexually frustrated. So what should she do? DC baddest.
First and foremost, I hate when you put me on a spot like that.
Donald.
No, I'm not
I thought you needed time to compose yourself.
Well, first, I would actually say, did she have a conversation with her significant other?
They had a few conversations, and she said, "I'm starting to be a little weirded out by the fact that we don't make love, and when we do make love, it's literally 10 seconds. Okay, I need more."
Okay, so he has a problem. She still loves him. She still wants to be with him. She is going to marry him. My thing is, bring something else to the room. He can use a dildo on her. He can still satisfy her. If they're into that, she want to be satisfied. It's many different ways, especially if you still want to be with the person you in love with. And what's the point of leaving if you already know and been down this road? First of all, I'm stuck on a 3 to 4 month part, and you're getting married.
Hey man, people do some. She felt like my man got some potential. And
so it must be something about him that she really likes.
He's a banker and he makes like some nice money. So.
So can't you pay to get it enhanced?
You can. Yeah. You can. So you say he need to go ahead.
Either or somebody got to do something. Yes.
Pump it up like it's a pair of Nikes.
You got to do what you got to do.
Donald, what is your advice for my man? The young lady who's in the situationship where her man can't keep a woody. When the woody does arrive, it's a 10 second.
This lady need help.
Yeah.
Hey man. I'm trying my best to keep a straight face.
Yeah, I mean, the honest answer is, if she's only been with him for 3 to 4 months, and this is the situation, it's not going to get any better. So he has to address it. If she's not happy now, 3 months in, she's definitely not going to be happy 3 years in. So I'm glad she, is addressing it. I'm glad they're trying to do something about it. He needs to take, Viagra. He needs to check his testosterone levels. And, like she said, they do have implants you can get, penile implants. And, he needs to, if that's the person that he wants to spend the rest of his life with, he needs to make her happy and satisfy her and do what he needs to do. Like I said, blue pill, if that don't work, he needs to think about getting some kind of enhancements or implants.
All right. Well, my response is, keep it real.
Oh Lord.
She already had a conversation. Mm-hmm. She was honest and upfront. It's maybe time to pack your bags and leave because you are setting yourself for a lifetime of misery. Yes, if daggone well you don't want to be no man for the rest of your life, and he got to pull out a dildo every time you need to be satisfied.
I mean that's reality for some people.
Yeah, every time you need to be satisfied, he got to go get his Batman toolkit.
No, and but pull out. That's reality for some people. That's real. It just stopped working after some years.
That's some years. That's years. That's time. Hey, you only got 3 months. Get out now. Get out now.
Yeah, the 3 month part is throwing me off.
Push the ejection seat and let's go. No more DC.
What's the next letter? You said we had two.
The next one is later. You got to build up to these things. We got multiple people coming around here. All right, Donald. Back to the world of good old fitness. Mm-hmm. How was it for that very, very first person that you changed their life? What was the feeling like?
I can't even really necessarily think about the first person. I can't really think about the first person off the top of my head. But I mean, I've had so many. That's why I've had so many. So even with weigh-ins, like I said, with this program that we're doing now, with the weigh-ins, when people look down at the scale and they've seen that they lost 4 or 5 and 6 pounds, even the 2 pound people, they look down and they start smiling and they realize that hard work. Now we be in there sweating now. Okay, I've been here. I mean, I got Instagram videos. I post them on Instagram. They go on Facebook as well. We be in there. I be working these people out. I be total body workouts, and we get it in. And, when they're done, they sweating, and, they're sore, like you said, the next day. So they put in the work. These people are definitely putting in the work. So when they look at the scale, and then I see the happiness and the joy. That's the word, the joy in their face. It does make me feel good. It makes me feel good, and it makes me so most people, like I said, they look down the scale and they be like, it processes in their mind that number's different than what it was 2 weeks ago. They be like, oh shit. So then I see it come over their face, and then they walk different. They step off the scale and they walking different. And so it's just a transformation in that moment. And that moment is going to encourage them to bring their ass back in the next day and get tortured again. And it's going to make them, when somebody's passing around cupcakes or whatever, it's going to make them slide that cup, keep sliding it away from them. It's going to keep them on track. So that progress and that consistency and that seeing the results is very important. So, yeah, to answer the question is, it makes me feel good to see people the joy, the joy and the happiness that they're reaching, getting closer to their goals, the ultimate goals. So yeah. I'm sorry. One more thing. Ahead. I got one more. This is a good one. Mm-hmm. So I have a lady in the class. She's 2 weeks in also. No, she's 3 weeks in it, if I'm not mistaken. So the first week, she came, she was doing her thing, trying to, keeping up the best of her ability. Second week, keeping up as well. So the third week, that's when I started taking everyone's weight again. And I hear her say to somebody, hey, I feel like I'm losing weight. I think I'm losing weight because I'm in here doing these jumping jacks and my pants are falling off my butt. I said, so in my mind, that when your clothes start fitting you differently, and she's only 3 weeks in. So that once again, the way she's the smile on her face while she's telling this person this, it's just a happiness that people are able to and they put in the work. So they deserve, that's why it's so incredible. It's because they're the ones that, it's just like a job. You go to a job, you put your little 40 hours in, you get your paycheck, and then you can do what you want to do with that money. It's just like a job. So, you know, you got to eat what you eat properly, do the workouts, and then you're going to get these results that you're trying to get, but you just got to be consistent. So, yeah, so that's my lady with her doing the jumping jacks, them pants falling down. So you got to get us some new clothing.
Speaking of pants falling down, so it's not always about losing weight, because you can lose inches, correct?
Yes, you can.
So sometimes you get on the scale, might say 140, but you done lost weight. Your pants big.
Exactly.
So it confuses a lot of people. I hear them in the gym like, I'm still 100 and such pounds, and but you're taking it off in inches though.
That's
Right.
that goes back to every single body is different. Mm-hmm. Every single person is different. So it doesn't. Every single body is different. So that's where that goes. Yes, but people do lose. People can go a month, 2 months, and not lose a pound. And then, like you said, they'll end up losing a couple inches, and they'll start seeing their clothes fitting them differently. And yeah, so I mean that just goes also to the amount of food that they're consuming, and also, you know, the water intake. You know, that controls your weight. So, and then if they gain a little bit of muscle, also, you know,
that's what I need, the muscle part for me. But thank you for your answer. I also wanted to know, so how are you at home? I don't know if you have kids or a wife or anything. So are you monitoring what they eat, and are you real strict with the diet, and you making sure that they don't, you know, go down snack road and all of that type of stuff?
Nope, single, no kids.
Okay. So what are you eating these days?
So like I said, I'm not. So for the past, to be honest, so for the past maybe I would say 2 years, I haven't been as consistent as with working out as I usually be. So prior to 2 years, I would work out I'm a 7-day-a-week guy. I worked out 7 days a week regardless. If I went out of town, I'm making sure I call to find out what the closest gym is to where I'm at. I'm making sure these hotels have gyms. Wow. I went on a cruise, and I worked out every day I was on that damn cruise. So I used to be addicted to it to that point. So then the past 2 years, like I said, you know, just my level of consistency is not as high as what it used to be. So even lately, I probably haven't worked out now as we speak in probably 2 months. I may work out like a day here and there, but it's nothing serious to where it's anything to talk about. But so as far as food and what I eat, when I'm working out hard, I need to eat at least 5 to 7 times a day is what I need to eat. Oh, wow. When I got to my max, I think I was probably like 240 or something like that at one point, and I was eating about 10 to 11 times a day. So that's only because my metabolism was just firing, and I was always hungry because I was doing cardio. I was hitting, and like I said, I was hitting the weights every day, and my body was just, I mean, just like a train almost. You know, when we take coal and then take the coal, throw it into the train, and then the train speeds up, or the train is powered by the coal. So that's just how it was. It was just I was eating a lot, but now currently as we speak, I probably eat maybe 2 or 3 times a day now. I'm just not as motivated. But springtime's coming, summertime's coming, and I will be gaining some weight because I'm going to be picking up what I'm eating here in the next little bit. So yeah, but I'm comfortable with, you know, the way I you know, I done did a lot. I done been here, done that. This ain't nothing new for me.
Right, y'all already buff, so you already met your goal pretty much. You look like anyway.
Yeah, thank you. I'm okay. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing I did notice, I saw the smile on your face when you was mentioning the young lady with her pants falling down from the jumping jacks. So I see the pride and I see the work ethic. And you got a lot of people out here starting businesses and trying to get in the world of business. Can you explain the times when you knew I ain't got a dime to my name, and then the times where you like, all right, I see where it's going?
I mean, well, okay. So it's hard when you so when you own a business, you have several expenses. It depends on the business, but generally, you're going to have a lot of expenses, especially when you first start off. You know, you can project, you can estimate all you want until you are really in the damn fire, and then reality hits, and then, you know, you just got to play ball and make adjustments. So, you know, it's been times where I'm working. Like I said, I work 7 days a week. I'm up at 4:30 in the morning, and I'm working for months and months and months, and not making a dime for me. all the money is going towards the bills. So, you know, like I said, it's just a mentality that I have, and it's a little different from most people. And anyone who is business minded has this mentality where even though you're not seeing the results right here in front of you at this moment, it's just something I can't stop. It's not. I will work harder. I will find something different to generate more money. I will. It's just. I know how to make it happen, and I'm not lazy. That's also, I guess, that's a good word I want to use. I'm not lazy. I'm far from lazy. So, yes. So the times where it comes to me not having a dime, or me not having, or me struggling, I've been through all that. But that's not a reason for me to stop. But that's not a reason for me to cry. I don't really dwell on dwell is the good word I want to use, I guess. If something happens, like COVID, for instance, something happens, you realize this is happening. The very next moment is, how do I fix this? Now I'm fixing it. Within the same moment or the same. I don't really. A lot of people be, COVID's here. It's I don't know. So I don't think my mentality is always to progress and move forward and figure out a way to move forward. And that's just the mindset I have, and that's just I've always been that way. So yeah.
Okay.
DC?
So I always ask this question. So your motivation, your religious background, how has that played a part in your walk, your faith? Because I know I have a business as well, and I need all the help I can get, and I definitely start off with meditating. So how do you get your zen? How do you step away from the world to just, focus on you? Do you focus on you? Because you work so much.
Right. Yeah. So as far as you said meditation. So as far as
your spiritual life, do you go to church? Like, because sometimes we just need to step out every day, and we need to get filled up. I don't know who your motivator is. If you are motivated by anybody else, like I'm motivated when I see y'all doing stuff. I'm looking, because I'm not getting up out the bed to do anything. That's the sad part. But no, I just wanted to know, what is your zen? How do you escape? Do you meditate? Do you call your pastor? What do you do?
So as far as religion and that topic, I really don't. I don't personally. I don't necessarily use that in my everyday walk of life. I don't. When it comes to like getting in my own head. See, so working out is a form of meditation to me. That's kind of what I was going to say.
Okay.
So while I am working out, I put it's almost like an escape from reality. It's almost like that is my separate world from the real world, because it's just me, and it's just my body, and it's just me trying to overcome whatever workout I'm putting myself through. So that's more so how I don't, like I said, I don't really, the way my mind is really operates is just more so I have to do it. There's no other alternative. There's no, like, not doing it and not succeeding is just not in my vocabulary.
Not an option, right?
Yeah, it's not. Okay. It's just not. Yeah, so I don't know if that answers your question completely, but yeah.
No, it did. You just let me know your meditation, your moments to get it all out is at the gym.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's why I tell everybody when they meet me at the gym. This is an honest statement. Fitness is the loneliest journey in the world, because no matter who you work out with, no matter where you start with, your body is your body, and it will perform different than their body. And sometimes you might see a girlfriend or a friend that you're working out with progress, and you're like, why am I not getting there? Because fitness is truly the loneliest journey in the world, and you are on your own. And you have to be man or woman enough to push yourself past your breaking points. And then once you get to that breaking point, keep going. Now, Donald, my final question, because we don't have to wrap this one up. Brother, how does it feel to have this type of insane mindset that you have, to go to work 7 days a week,
Right.
to keep on pushing past your mental breaking points and still be able to do everything you do?
Like I said, it's nothing that even crosses my mind. I think also a key to this is when it comes to stress and drama, I don't allow that into my life. My mind is, I have other things that are more important than being stressed out. I have other goals that I'm trying to accomplish. Drama, I cut it off quick. It's not, I don't really have, those are the main things. Like stress and drama are draining. And I don't, that's energy that I could be using towards something positive, towards, and that's what I do. So I don't want to say carefree. That's not really where it's at, but, I just try to stay stress-free, drama-free to the best of my ability. And that's just my mental mentality. That's just how, and I've been that way forever. I mean, forever. And like I said, so real quick, when it comes to working a lot, when I was in high school, I had 2 jobs and I went to school and I maintained a 3-point. I think I ended up, so in my senior and junior year, I think I had like 3.5 type grades. But overall, I think I ended up with like a 3.24 or something along those lines. But so I had fairly decent grades, and I worked at Apple Ford. I was a mechanics assistant, and I worked at a restaurant where when I started the restaurant, I was in 9th grade. I was a dishwasher, trash guy, and I worked my way up to be the manager. I worked there for 6 years. And so while in high school, I was working 2 jobs, like 2 real jobs while in high school. So this is 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. So I've been doing this for a long time. 20-something years worth of doing this. Yeah, so...
So where is your gym? Where can they find you?
That's the last question I was going to ask. That's why we the best team in the world, my love.
The gym is in Beltsville, Maryland. Right near College Park, and then right near Laurel, if you're coming from north. The address is 4741 Sellman Rd. I have an Instagram. It's Year20FIt. Also, Facebook is Year20FIt. So the gym is in Beltsville, Maryland.
All right. Well, Donald, I commend you, good brother, because, we're both in the same line of work. And to be honest, if you wanted to, you can live very comfortable with your 2-3 jobs and have no worries and retire in 15 years if you wanted to. But you chose the crazy person journey of owning your own business. All right, tune in for next week's episode of Unpack Radio. We'll be having one of the several women of what they call themselves, ladies with bars, queens with bars. They will be here next week on Unpack Radio. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Instagram. And for those who follow us on YouTube, we have a very special interview with the owner of the Tinderbox. And that interview right now is going on fire. And we commend that brother for giving us the opportunity.
Yes, thank you.
We appreciate him. Donald, I appreciate you, good brother.
Yes,
thank you for coming. No Salute.